Vidya Balan-Pratik Gandhi, thank you so much for joining me on Times Network.
Thank you.
So, दो और दो पाँच तो सुना है, दो और दो चार तो ऑफकोर्स सुना है, बट दो और दो प्यार मैंने नहीं सुना था.
वही जिसका हिसाब नहीं होता ना, वो एक चीज क्या है? प्यार. बेहिसाब होता है. तो दो और दो जहाँ चार होना चाहिए, वहाँ प्यार है.
प्रतीक,
मैंने ऐसे ही कुछ कह दिया.
पर मतलब you landed.
Yeah.
You landed well.
she tried to.
इसका दूसरा एक मतलब भी है, दो और दो प्यार.
अच्छा, wow, he's breaking it up.
Yeah, I see it that way though.
The trailer looks very interesting. How easy or difficult, or was it funny at times to do this film? Because it requires a lot of timing, I guess. The lines are very sharp at times, and the uptake has to be instant.
Yeah, you know, it is a rom-com, so I think he got the comic parts correct. So his timing was most crucial, and he's fantastic at it. But I think हम बाकियों ने कोशिश की है. देखते हैं क्या होता है.
देखिए कहाँ मतलब कैसे.
No, Vidya, be honest and tell me what's the film about. You know, there's no koshish. You can do any role. Let's go ahead.
Thank you. No, but it is a rom-com. It's about four people. It's about this married couple and how they both caught in a situation where they are also with other people. She's with someone else, he's with someone else. And then all the confusion that it leads to, all the khichdi that it leads to, all the hodgepodge, the bhelpuri that it ends up being, you know. Bhelpuri is chatpata, it's khatta, it's meetha, it's yummy. So that's, all of that is
So basically extramarital affairs.
Yes, extramarital affairs, but finally I think...
So they are all searching for love constantly in their lives. Wherever they fall short of receiving love, without them knowing about it, they tend to search for love. And that's actually making them do what they all do in this film. And because I've seen the film, I felt bad for all four of them. I could sympathize with all the four characters, which is a very unique thing as an audience, I'm just saying, because I have, whatever films that I've seen of this genre, it hardly happens that you feel for all the characters, not only for the couple.
How much of it you relate to in real life? I mean, when you see people around you have extramarital affairs grown by the day?
I think, I don't know if, maybe they have grown by the day actually, they have. Because now I think with social media and things like that, it makes it easier for you to even have virtual affairs, not just physical affairs. So, you know, there are lots of transgressions happening like that also. And I think there's a restlessness in people, you know, because I feel we're losing connection with ourselves, with our loved ones, and therefore we're seeking it everywhere else. And therefore, I feel that lots of these people are getting into these situations a lot more now.
Because in the digital world today, people have become even lonelier.
Yeah.
Most of the time they are with their phone on the screen and they feel that they are connected to the whole world, but they don't have anybody to talk to touch and feel. There's nobody to even shake hands with. So I guess this kind of atmosphere is making them even more, you know, they are craving for love. And that love that they might be searching in validations, social validations, Instagram pe ya kahin par kitne likes, kitne comments. So I guess subconsciously you are searching for love, but then you translate it in any other form. And I have a friend whose life has turned out exactly like Ani's life. My character's in the film. Yeah.
Okay.
He's married from last, I guess, 18 years. He fell in love with somebody else. His wife found it out. They had fight. He's again back to his wife. They are happy now. And मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार अगर ऐसी कोई स्क्रिप्ट लेके मेरे पास आता ना तो मैं बोलता कि क्या कुछ भी बोल रहे हो, कितना फिल्मी है. But this is true.
These things happen.
Vidya, you have seen anybody in life, I mean around you,
I know of one such case where I told you about this.
Yeah.
Where the woman is happily married with a child. Obviously not happily enough married, I think, because she's also having an affair, and this has been going on for 6 or 8 years. She's been able to, and I asked her, I said, don't you want to break up with your husband and be with this man? She said, no. She said, we are a unit. We're a happy family. But this man treats me like a queen. He
The lover.
Yeah. He treats me like a woman, and now my husband doesn't do that anymore. He treats me like a wife and a mother and a daughter-in-law and all of that. So I think, I was like, oh wow, ऐसा भी होता है. I would have thought that you want, if you're having an affair, then you would get out of the marriage. But I think things are not so simple anymore.
As a third person, we've always felt and we always feel कि यार ये गलत है. This is right, this is wrong. But the one who's in that situation, for them it is too confusing and too difficult to take a call, is what I've realized.
That's what he said earlier, that you're constantly looking for validation.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Today, you don't want to compromise, you don't want to sacrifice. Is that true, that the tolerance
Tolerance level has gone
Yeah.
down for sure.
is minimum?
Completely. I think so. And especially with the younger generation. I think also you have to realize that women are now far more independent, right? So a lot of times before, where they keep quiet and stay on in relationships that were not happy, they would stay on in a marriage because they were meant to. They're not doing that anymore. And women know that, okay, I have my life. I want to be with a person who values me or looks at me a certain way or who is crazy about me. Women are walking out as much. So a lot of times relationships, marriages are not staying together even for that reason. That is a new thing, right? It's still fairly recent. And, now women they feel that the man is not what they imagined him to be. It's never easy to walk out, but far many more women are walking out.
So what's the solution?
Who knows?
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Nobody knows, everybody's trying.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's trying to make sense of their lives, yeah. So when, I have to tell you, when the producer Swati Iyer actually brought this film to me, it was just an idea. And I was like, I've always wondered ki if someone is stuck in crazy situations like this, what would they do? And then, of course, the writer Shupro began to write it, and Sheersha gave it some direction. And when I read the full-fledged script, I said, "Acha, aisa hota hoga shayad." Because you're always curious when you've not been through
It's
something,
almost
right?
live in front of you.
Yeah. It's like getting a sneak peek into someone else's life. We are being voyeurs.
But has social media also affected, right? You're saying out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think because
You're making friends easily.
everything has become easier, everything has a lot of options, and the span of attention has gone down to few seconds now.
And for example, now if I'm going through a bad day, I write about it on Instagram saying, oh, I'm going through such a shit day and I just feel like blah, 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 blue. And then 10 people will write in and suddenly you feel, oh, you're getting so much attention because your partner has probably that day not been able to give you any time or attention, or maybe he or she has not been doing that for a while. Suddenly you feel that, oh, that becomes more important than actually
Than this.
sitting and sorting it out with your partner.
That person is more concerned
Yeah.
about you.
People are putting out crying videos on Instagram. I find that shocking because it is, at the end of the day, it's only a source of entertainment. The people who reach out, who really care about you, will reach out maybe when they see that. But for the others, it's like,
For them it's like, okay, somebody's going to, I have a quote. Put the quote there.
yeah.
I have a quote. If you are depressed, I have a quote. If you don't feel good, I have a quote for that. But that doesn't change anybody's life. Because mostly we actually want human beings to listen to us,
Yeah.
to talk to us. to hold my hand, to actually give you that little,
To listen to you, to understand you.
to give that faith, to give that confidence that you can't get on the digital world immediately. And because of this, the life has become so fast that people have lost patience. And what you need in any relationship is patience.
अभी आपको एक पेढ़ा खाने का मन हो रहा है तो आप वो एक पेढ़ा ऑर्डर कर सकते हो. That's what it's done to us, you know. So you feel like when I don't even need to order 250 grams. I'll order exactly how much I like. You feel that applies to all areas of your life.
मजा ये था कि अगर अकेले पेड़ा खाने का मन किया ना तो भाई 250 ग्राम ही आएगा. I would actually call friend.
हाँ, yeah.
I would actually call my neighbor कि let's have पेड़ा यार. अब है कि मुझे इतना मिलेगा तो मैं अकेले खा के सो जाऊंगा. That's it. So you are actually becoming lonelier every day.
You said who knows what's the solution, but you have had a steady marriage, that's what. What are the golden rules that you have followed?
I think just...
With your SRK?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think just I talk about exactly what I'm feeling and so does he. We share what we're going through. We have conversations about everything. I think we share our lives with each other. And we want to grow together. Inshallah, I hope it always stays like that, you know. Because it's scary sometimes when you see couples who you think are so strong. And you think उनको कुछ मतलब ये तो अटल है. अटल सेतु है. कुछ नहीं हो सकता. And I'm seeing couples breaking up after years of being together, and it's like, my God, what is happening to the world? These were the pillars of, you know, I've literally looked at some people and said, I want a marriage like theirs. So they've been married from before me. And then suddenly now, they are breaking up and I'm like, no, 1 minute, what's happening with the world? But I think sharing is very important. Conversations about everything.
Seems you want to name some from the film industry, but you're holding yourself back.
I don't have friends in the film industry.
You looked up to them.
No, but I don't have any friends in the film industry, very honestly.
But it has become common, as you rightly say, at any age, at any given point.
Yeah.
People are breaking up at 50 and 60 also.
60s also, yeah.
Exactly. I know a couple who broke up after they were grandparents. And that was, when I heard about that, I was like, wow. And you know, they had run away and gotten married.
So that also makes me think that what must not be working out for
Suddenly
such
now.
a long time, that at this point in life they took this call. You may never know. The one who's in that situation can
Or were
answer
they
that.
holding themselves back?
हो भी सकता
I
है.
think-
हो भी सकता है.
And now, as you said, the woman
They
is
just
coming
decided
out.
कि,
Yeah, and you know, you have support from your kids. This particular woman I'm talking about had her kids' support. Because I think she must have spoken about how she was feeling unhappy. And the kids said, now is the time, you should be living life for yourself. Do it. Take that step. But it's just, I think it's very unsettling.
It's unsettling.
Things like that.
Is it the lack of physical intimacy as the relationship grows? Or
But
say
lack
the
of physical intimacy is a result.
Okay.
It's not the cause. It's a result.
Yes, how well said, Pratik.
Very well said.
Yeah,
The cause is somewhere else. It's like
Yeah.
you stop listening to the other person. You stop talking to the other person. Because that's the beginning of any relationship. It's like basic respect. Even if you stop, somebody who's working with you, you stop communicating with him or her, he or she will not work there anymore. Because you don't feel wanted.
Yeah. I think all of us want to feel wanted, yeah. Which is why so many people are straying. तो वो अगर 30 सेकंड के लिए कोई आपको अटेंशन देता है तो आप उसके पीछे भागते
तो वहाँ चले जाते
हो.
हैं.
फिर कोई 40 के लिए देता है उसके पीछे भागते हो. फिर वो you know, I think it's just that. Maybe
My
we're
follow-up
simplifying
question to
it,
you
but
is, married people don't have sex? That's what you say in the trailer.
But to whom? To convince the other person.
Yeah. What's your take on
I
that?
always, you know, I have to interrupt you here and say that a friend of mine was seeing a married man And when his wife got to know, she actually turned around and said that, and you think that he twiddles his thumbs when he comes home.
Oh God.
Yeah, because obviously there was sex in the marriage also. But he was having a gala time and convincing her that there was no.
So, I mean, Ani's condition is a little different in the film.
And one line which catches in the trailer again from you. Are vegans allowed to eat chicken after sex?
Ask a vegan.
Ask a vegan, actually. Because Ani is not vegan. And he always is little unsure about why this sudden change. What happened to her? You stopped having beers. You stopped having chicken. What's wrong with you?
Well, it's going to be fun seeing Vidya Balan dancing in that red dress or whatever, Rani pink. It's marvelous. And
Thank
the lines
you.
are sharp, as I say again. We said a few in the interview. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
really
you very
looking
much.
forward to this movie.
Thank
you so much for this
Thank you.
conversation.
Vicky, will you
Thanks.
go for the film with your wife
Of course.
and your girlfriend?
That I won't say.
Do Aur Do Pyaar. Thank you.
Thank you.